We got
my boy.
Baker Mayfield's redemption run or what? Let me scroll this so that we can be able to see it all. There we go. We're gonna scroll that. So we're gonna put Baker up here. Let's see here. We're going to this information is coming from James over at Lock On Bucks podcast. Let's see what he said. He said he didn't come like the bottom.
I just seen a clip on him before.
He seemed pretty solid.
Seen him before.
I was looking at some of his material, so we're gonna let him talk a little bit, and then I'm gonna let Uncle Plug have the floor because he knows about his team and see what he got to say first though about Baker Mayfield.
And one of the topics was the Bucs not being able to reach that next level in the postseason. Mayfield said, quote, "I think the last 2 years we've had midseason lulls, lost quite a few games in the middle of the year. Both years we've told each other just do the little things right, and it always comes down to that. We have a great roster, so how good can we do our job and not try and overthink it? You know, really do the bread and butter things extremely at a high level and then go from there. It's about the little details, and that's when you see teams that are good go to the great part. Winning the Super Bowl is always the goal, but for us, it's trying to close out the division early and really have the instinct to finish out games when we need to and play at a high level every single."
And Plug, if you hear anything throughout, just let me know when to stop, man. This gonna be your segment.
Yeah.
Single week.
I got you.
End quote.
I got you.
We talked about it all off season long. Evan said it going back to last year. This is a team that's built to make their Super Bowl run now. This year, next year, the door is wide open. So they have to be able to take advantage of it. Now, that goes back to what Baker talked about with the little things, but it's also about controlling what you can control. Jason Light and Todd Bowles control the roster. So what do? They got Hassan Reddick. They drafted a stud receiver who we're going to talk about in a minute. Then they loaded up on depth in the secondary, which it appears they desperately need already. They went out and got another quarterback.
What you got for us? What you got for us?
Okay. Now, when he's talking about what Mike Evans said, this is the time for us to win now. Definitely to win now. And I know he wants to go out with a bang. I spoke on it earlier saying that Mike and Levante David are the two dudes that we can put in the Ring of Honor right now. So I know he want to go out with a bang. I think he would love to go out with a bang with Baker. I think he was questionable about Baker that first season. I could tell in his body language he was real questionable about Baker. And he started to gradually, like Baker started to win over. I saw when he started to win, he won me. I was already like, okay, I'm going to watch him. Okay, I like him. No, I really like this dude. Damn, I like Baker. And I think that's how it gradually came. But I think it was more of let me watch him. Let me see him. Okay, I like Baker. And then the second season, he bought in, was like, yeah, I like this dude. I like this dude, like for real. So what I'm saying about Baker, the downfall of Baker is this, is that each year Baker has gotten better. But one thing stands for certain, and my dad pointed it out. My dad pointed out right as we was getting ready to go into the Cowboy game, he pointed it out. He said, son, Baker can't win in prime time. I say, no, Papa, I don't want to hear that now. I'm getting ready to walk to the game. I don't want to hear this. He say, son, Baker can't win in prime time. So I got to agree. I got to agree as much as my fan. You know how my fandom is, bro.
Yeah.
You know how my fandom is. I gotta say that Baker has to win in prime time. He's got to win in prime time. Because week 2, bitch, we got prime time. Week 2, we prime time. Week 2.
We all playing, Plug.
We got the Houston Texans at the NRG Stadium.
Hopefully I can get down. We trying to get down.
Plug will be front and center. Plug will be front and center. Prime time, Monday Night Football. The world got to see you on this stage. You have to change the opinion of your naysayers week 2, which means you can't go into week 2 with a loss in week 1.
Can I ask you a question? So I got the stats pulled up here. Do you think, better question, would you prefer the 2023 Baker Mayfield or last year Baker Mayfield? And then I'm gonna ask you one more question after that, because you want the number?
I would like the attitude. I would like the attitude of 2023 Baker Mayfield, but the maturity of the 2024 Baker Mayfield.
Okay. Because like what I'm looking at right now, 2023, he threw 10 interceptions. 2024, he had 16 interceptions. But he also, but he threw for 41 touchdowns. The year before that, he threw for 28 touchdowns. So his big playmaking increased because his yards wasn't a really big jump. He had 4,044 yards in 2023 and then 4,500 yards in 2020. So like to me, that seems like his big playmaking ability went up. But he threw.
That's a lot of yak. Yeah. That was a lot of yak.
He threw for
and we added that weapon of Jalen McMillan. Jalen McMillan really made a big difference. And Sterling Shepard. That year we added Sterling Shepard, and Sterling Shepard was also a big and Mike wasn't hurt 2023. So Mike was present and accounted for 2023. He missed some games in 2024, but it gave other young wide receivers opportunity to get their hands on. So that was dope.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I would like the chip on the shoulder Baker Mayfield of 2023, but I would like the maturity of Baker Mayfield. He did get comfortable, but we did come from two different offensive coordinators.
Yeah.
We went from Dave Canales to Liam Cohen to another, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it was an adjustment period. The only thing, Grizzard, his name is Grizzard. Brian Grizzard, I think, something like that.
You know anything about him?
But he was he's been there since 2017. I know he's been there since Byron Leftwich. He's been there for Dave Canales, and he's been there for Liam Cohen. But he was more familiar with that type of offense that Dave Canales had, because Dave Canales had just came from the Rams, where he had just left from.
Yeah.
So there was a comfortability with his playbook and play style and play calling, because he had just left that in for the Los Angeles Rams. So, and then you had that adjustment period, and plus the addition of Bucky Irvin. You know what I'm saying? The addition of Bucky Irvin last year. That was a big. And he did, because Rashad coming in and taking over the job that 2023 season. It was an adjustment period for the whole offense. You know what I mean? It was an adjustment period, because I didn't know what we was going to look like, because Dave came from nothing. Dave Canales came from a position coach to offense coordinator, just like Liam Cohen did. Nothing to we'll have another segment on that Brian Flores.
Yeah, but I think you'll be good, because from what I'm seeing, just being around you and what I'm gathering, to me, I don't think Tampa Bay was ever a coach-led team. I think it was more of a player-led team. So I think you guys are built for the interchangeable pieces. Just because everybody, I think Mike is the voice, and I think as long as everybody's on the same page, y'all can move any coach in there. Like, that's what I'm noticing. It sounds like y'all are very flexible as a team. You know, y'all not really built on a system, but y'all built on, okay, what are the players' abilities and what can we do? Let's see what else he finna say real quick, and then I'll let you close it up.
Corner in free agency that balled out on Saturday against the Steelers. They signed a punter that looks like he can actually get the job done compared to what was happening last season. They locked up their left guard. They brought back a leader and an all-time great on the defense. They locked up their number 2 stud receiver, who's going to help tremendously when he returns to the field. What they cannot control is luck. That's why it's called luck. They can't control who gets hurt. And we're already seeing the secondary depth get tested, and we aren't even out of the preseason yet. They can't control what other teams do in the league or within the division. They can't control what the officials do on a week-to-week basis. They can only go out there and do their jobs. And if this team does their job the way every single one of them is capable of doing it, then they are going to be one of the toughest teams in the entire NFL to get past. I love what we're seeing from the defense already. They have been winning the day against the offense in practices since the start of camp. Now they're winning the day in these preseason games with a league-leading 6 preseason interceptions, and they've all come from different players. You've had interceptions by safeties, cornerbacks, linebackers. Everybody is out there trying to take the ball away from the other team, and that isn't something that we got from them last year, but it has been the point of emphasis for Todd Bowles this year, going into the draft, going into about it. Emeka coming in and being a guy, even though he's a rookie, doesn't act like one, doesn't handle himself like one. He's a true professional. He's so intelligent. Between Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, they both have seen a lot of football, a lot of coverages. They understand how to win on just elevates the standard overall, the whole team, not just the offense. Anybody else that's coming in here can.
So it sounds like he just kind of wrapping up.
Yeah.
The team.
Yeah, he's wrapping up on it. He knows that offense is high powered. That addition of J Mac and that addition of Ed Buka, and I even like Tez. I really like Tez.
Yeah. Tez Johnson.
And
right?
I'm pretty sure that we got Tez Johnson. Yeah, we're gonna keep him.
He can't make those mental mistakes he made on that punt return the other night. That's
young. That's them jitters and young man. You know what I'm saying? He'll get it together. And like we've never been strong at kick return or punt return. That's something that I wanted to work on. And getting him, I was like, maybe he could be the solution for that real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because we had Tompkins for a while, and we had Trey Palmer for a while. Then even my boy, what's his name? 44. My boy, Tucker. Tucker was back there. But Ed Buka, man, Ed Buka is for sure. Yeah, for sure. He is definitely a fan favorite. Ed Buka is definitely a fan favorite. They love that guy. Like everybody's in love with that guy. Like the stuff that Shiloh does to get love from the city. He doing it on the field. they like him. They like him. He is that guy. He's gonna be something. He's gonna be something special. I hope we can keep him around for a long, long time. Like he's gonna be a game changer. But my fear of my defense is the middle of the field. Now I had just heard that we had got Bryce Hall back, our corner that we lost at the beginning of the season, early, like game 1, game 2, he was out of there. And we got him back. And I haven't had any word about Jordan Whitehead, which, you know, he was the strength of our defense, but he's a good complementary player. He's not a good dolo player. He works well within that. Worked well within that Todd Bowles system of defense. But our front seven just got beefed up too, bro. With Watson, that big 400 pound something.
Is he gonna play?
Yeah, he gonna play, bro. It'll be such a everybody gonna scream, bro. If we give up any yardage up that middle, it ain't getting no pressure off that ball. Like I'm gonna tell you, they gonna scream for him, bro, because everybody wants him. I told you in Florida, you got 3 options. You got Florida State, Florida, and Miami. Those are the 3 colleges. And he from Florida. And it's more, and I'll tell you, I think it's more Florida Florida fans than it is Florida State. Miami might be neck and neck with Florida. But boy, it's a lot of Florida Gator fans. They gonna scream for him. They gonna scream for him.
Has he started any field work yet? I know they had him walking around with the vest and the weighted vest and all that.
Yeah. I'm hoping that they're gonna put him on the field this third and final preseason game. I want to see him on the field. I want to see him move some bodies. Or Todd might be like, I don't want to put you out there yet. I don't want them to see I don't want them to have to plan for you. I know they're gonna have to try to plan for Vita, but I think this might be I'm hoping that it's a strategic move of not having him out there. I'm hoping it's a strategic move more than anything because I want to see him on the field. He a big boy. If he did his years in college on that same under that same Florida sun, he'll be all right. He'll be all right.
Only real concern I have for y'all is, I always feel Baker Mayfield might prove us wrong, but just the backup. I mean, I know y'all went and got Teddy, but I don't. That's the only concern I see.
That was a good move. That was a good move. That was a good move.
I said he's thinking.
I was mad at him.
I said he think y'all going to end up around 9-7 or 10-6. Too many picks. So same problem Pat is showing last few. And yeah. He'll gun. That's what I was looking at too. Was his turnovers, man. He 40 touchdowns, but he threw for 16 interceptions. So you think about you take half of those interceptions off the board, he got a 50 ball year. I mean, that's
he had. I'm looking down the list, and he had the most turnovers as a quarterback. I think the next one to him was Geno Smith with 15. And then Jared Goff with 12. Huh?
How many Jameis had? I know he was only like here and there, but how many he had last year?
Jameis Winston?
Mm-hmm.
Let me take a look. Jameis had 12.
Okay.
Damn, he didn't play that many games.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn. Even Drake May had 10. Damn. Will Levis had 12.
To me, I think Teddy is just another version of Jameis Winston. I think Jameis is better than Teddy, but I think stature-wise and ability-wise, they kind of went and got the same thing they let go.
Nah, Jameis is. I don't think Teddy gonna let that ball fly like Jameis will. Jameis will let that bit fly. I take Jameis all day as a backup to Baker. Bringing him home will be 100.
So to bring it full circle, do you think this is a redemption year for Baker, or do you think this is a redemption year for Baker? And then what do you think? What's the ceiling for the Bucs outside of a Super Bowl? Like, what's the ceiling for record wise? And do you feel Baker is going to be a redemption, or do you feel like he's going to regress?
I think it's going to be the best season that Baker has had as a Buc. Because I think that now that seasoning, you know what I'm saying? He improves in every department that he lacks in.
Yeah.
But he always lets something fall off, like something falls off. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll have great passing yards, not as many touchdowns. Great touchdowns, good passing yards, but they got interceptions. I think now that he knows, and plus this is his last year, his contract. You know what I'm saying? So this is let me do. I got to do my thing if I want to be here. And everybody and he knows what's in front of him right now. He knows that this is the year that if I don't do what I do, they're drafting a quarterback next year. He knows that. And me myself, I would rather him lock in for another 2, like another 2-year extension, and us draft a quarterback that can play behind Baker. I would love that. I would love that.
I think Baker needs to settle into like a Jaden Daniels season this year. And what I mean by that, I think Baker needs to learn that less is more. Because you guys have the offense that can run the clock down. You got a great running game. You got receivers you got possession receivers. Now you got a ton of them. And then you have a defense that can bend but not break. And then I'm looking at Jaden's stats from last year, right? He went for 3,568 yards, 25 touchdowns, but only 9 interceptions. But when you pay attention, to the Commanders games last year, they controlled the clock.
They control the clock. That's one thing we've never done. One thing we've never done is control the clock. Like some people need to sit back. I think every quarterback need to sit back and take a page out of Peyton Manning's book.
Yeah.
Control the tempo of the game.
Yep.
Keep my defense on the sideline as much as possible to keep your quarterback cold. But you asked me, what is the ceiling? I think that first round knockout last year didn't sit well. And I think that depending on who we face, not the first round, but the second round. So I think we'll get out of that first round.
Yeah.
I'm going to just put it out there. Whoever we see in that second round is going to determine if we go all the way to the Super Bowl. But I see if anybody who I'm be honest with you. If anybody says to me that we're not Super Bowl caliber, you a hater. You a hater. I gotta like either you don't watch football like that, or you a hater. And I'm gonna be real with you, like, cause bro, like if you really looking at, okay, you can look at the Josh Allen, and you can look at the Joe Burrow, and you can look at the Lamar Jackson, and you can look at the up and coming like Jordan Love and Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
We're the only team that still has our core. We still have our core. We still have our core. We still have our veterans, and we have young talent that we've added to. We've added better in every position, from Rashad White to Bucky Irvin, from Mike Evans and Chris Godwin to Ibuka and Jalen McMillan. We've replaced Gronkowski with up and coming K. Otten. So our offensive line, we got one of the best offensive linemen in the league, which is Tristan Wirfs. All the way across the Gadecki to Moff. Like we have the same core team, and this is our new quarterback's third year, and they made the playoffs twice. So if you don't say we're a Super Bowl caliber team with the same core defense, the same defensive line, the same leader on the linebacker core, and the same leaders that's in the secondary and in our safety department. At the end of the day, if you don't say that we are Super Bowl contenders, then you a hater, bro. That means you're just looking at you the one that watched the boxing highlight going, boom, you see them knocking each other out, and you see Mayweather going, boom, you think Mayweather gonna knock him out. Mayweather don't fight like that, bro. And we don't play like that. We play like champions, bro. Everybody be so removed from the, oh man, Tom Brady. Well, at the same time, they said if it went all right, if y'all didn't have a quarterback that wouldn't turn the ball over like Jameis, y'all would win the Super Bowl. That's what everybody said. We get Tom Brady, we win the Super Bowl. Then with Tom, the same team, we go playoff first round out, and then playoffs first round out. We did the same thing. Baker came in, first round out, second round out, first round out.
Yeah. Your boy B said you can learn from them Eagles Nation.
Now I'm gonna tell you.
He said Tampa's a contender. Then he said Tampa got some smoke. I will learn from the Eagles, and what I will learn from the Eagles is control that clock. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's I think that's gonna be y'all's secret weapon. Like, you got Bucky Irvin, you got Rice back there, who, as long as he has a solid season, not Rice, but White back there, as long as he has a solid season as a backup, secure the ball. Like I told you, I've always been realistic with you. I just feel my biggest thing is I just don't know if Baker's the guy to get y'all over the hump. He might get you out of the first round this year. I just don't know long term if he's the one that gets you.
Handle it?
Yeah,
Can he handle it? I feel
Like,
you, bro. And
that's
I
the
take
only
that on the chin because I know you being sincere when you say that. I know you ain't. You know what I'm saying? I can take that because so you like I hear you, B Money. I hear you, B Money. But you see that?
the Eagles.
Get that in that plate.
The Eagles.
Yeah, we got one of them too. We got one of them too, bro.
Nobody don't want to believe me, but them Eagles gonna regress this year.
Man,